Hey, what's going on, you guys, and welcome to another Emblem Warrior review channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Capcom's newest release game, Mega Man 11. Now, don't worry, Mega Man 11 just didn't come out for the Switch. It actually came out for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It came out earlier this month, so if you guys definitely have that variety to be able to pick it up. Now, if you're like me and you don't like jumping into games that you haven't played previously before, I do recommend picking up the Mega Man Legendary Collection 1 and 2. And it's actually all the games leading up from Mega Man 1 to Mega Man 10. They also have another series which is for the Mega Man X Legendary Collection, which unfortunately I don't have right now, and that's something on my bucket list that I want to add to my collection. So yeah, jumping into the Mega Man 11, like I said, you guys, it is a review, so there are going to be some spoils, so I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. So how the game starts out, it's actually a previous experience between Dr. Wily and Dr. Light. They're actually discussing how they want robotics to be. Do they want them to be mass tools of destruction, or do they want to be more advanced in the AI department? And Dr. Light's leaning toward the AI department, and he actually convinces all the other doctors to jump ship and join him and be able to create more processing speed for all the robots. So Dr. Wily is not really happy with that, and he actually destroys his invention and throws it on the ground and leaves. And then it actually starts up in the future with Dr. Wily waking up, and he's thinking about his previous invention, and then jumps right to Dr. Light, fixing up his robotics. Now during that time, he's actually fixing up the last bit of his robots, which are actually going to be the robots that you're going to have to fight in this game, because Dr. Wily comes in and actually steals them and uses his invention to take control of them. Now, Mega Man being the hero that he is, he actually jumps into action, and Dr. Light gives him Dr. Wily's old invention that he created, which actually speeds and slows down time. Now, this device that you actually use it a lot in this game, whether it's fighting the bosses or going through the map, through the puzzles and everything like that. And I actually had to use the slow time a lot just to be able to get from the point A to point B. So while you're going through that, you're actually going to different maps for each of the bosses, and each boss has its own different specific area. Example, Bounce Man has bouncy balls all over in the entire place that you have to use to jump from point A to point B. There's Pyro Man, that his entire area is actually on fire and you're trying to avoid trying to get burned. Acid Man, there's robots that spit acid in there. Rock Man, there's rocks going on and go forth. So each of the bosses has its own specific location, which I think is really awesome. They always do that in Mega Man games, which always makes it more challenging, but at the end, definitely a great relief once you've destroyed that boss and you actually obtain their powers. Now, Mega Man games, I love the Mega Man series. I started out in Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo, and I've been playing them ever since. Not the best at them though, they are very challenging. Even playing this game now, I immediately jumped on and started playing on normal mode, and I couldn't even beat the first boss. I actually had to restart the game over and play it on very easy. And after playing for about 2 days, I was actually able to beat the game. So I was very excited, and I got that great relief of knowing that I actually beat the game. And I've actually now played it on normal, and I was finally able to beat it. It's just one of those games that you're going to want to keep replaying over and over again and trying to complete it, especially if you're a completionist like me. Now, going into the bosses, each one had its own very creativity power. Like I said, for Bounce Man, he has the ability to shoot bouncy balls and hit you multiple times, and once you beat him, you actually get that ability to actually have balls that ricochet. So a lot of the powers that you actually obtain help you out through the rest of the game as well as some of the powers that you actually get actually help you against certain bosses. An example is Pyro Man. If you beat him and you go against Frost Man, I believe who it is, the fire actually helps defeat the ice a lot quicker, and so on and so forth. So you have to figure out which boss you need to beat to be able to beat the next one, as well as trying to survive the puzzles and everything. Now, going into the device, like I said earlier, you need to use this a lot, especially the slow mode, because there's actually a point in the game when you're fighting the bosses, they actually use the device themselves and actually gain super speed. So you're having to slow down time while trying to avoid them, trying to avoid their attacks, and trying to stay alive. Now, this isn't unlimited power. You don't have this the entire time. You can't use this every single second. There is restrictions, there is a time limit. And if you use that time limit up, you can't use that power for a little bit, and you throw yourself in a pickle, and you're trying to survive while doing that. So you have to think, you know, the entire game. It's not just, you know, going from point A to point B and then boom, you beat the boss. You're having to think the entire time, trying to remember where the bad guys are. You're trying to figure out how the puzzle works. You're trying to figure out, you know, how to survive and being able to use your powers wisely. And then once you get to the boss, then it's a whole new different mechanic. You have to know how the boss shoots, you know, you have to know how their abilities are and what the restrictions are, and when their ability actually kicks into the super drive, that you actually have to use the slow ability while trying to use that at a timely manner so you're not draining yourself. So the entire game, I was cringing from the playing on very easy to now playing on normal mode. There was times I just had to put the controller down and just walk away. Now, is that making it a bad game or a game that I just can't beat? No, it makes it more fun. It makes me want to come back and get that more relief of actually being able to beat it. And that's why I love the Mega Man games. These are games that I have to put the controller down and walk away and think of a strategy on how I'm going to beat them. And once I beat Dr. Wily in this game, it was just so much relief, and I was so excited that I instantly jumped onto normal mode, and I was like, I want to try this on normal mode. I eventually want to beat this game completely on very hard. Whenever I'm going to be able to do that, I have no idea. So yeah, I mean, I recommend, you know, playing this game, you guys. It's going for $30 right now for brand new. You can pick it up used as well. Some people already are selling it just because they beat it, but I do recommend Mega Man 11, whether it's on the Switch, PS4, or Xbox. Either way, you're going to have a blast. But like I said, if you want to, you know, play the past experiences, I also recommend picking up Mega Man Legendary Collection 1 and 2. It has all of them. And if you find the X series, I do recommend picking that up right there, because of the simple fact, I don't see those a lot on retail stores. I don't see them a lot on shelves. You can pick it up online, but, you know, it's just one of those things. I don't have really, I don't know, I just haven't had the time to be able to pick it up online yet, which probably is a lame excuse, but that's just how I'm choosing to go for it. But yeah, I mean, on and all, if you love the Mega Man series, you're going to enjoy Mega Man 11. The graphics on it is amazing. The controls are fun. You know, it's the same difficulty. It's not just an easier, dumbed down game compared to the NES and Super Nintendo series. For the new generation, it still has that difficulty. So if you're a kid now and you're playing this game, you're going to have a hard time. I'm having a hard time, and I'm an adult. So it's a lot of fun. I do recommend picking it up. So yeah, that's going to be my review for Mega Man 11 and my experience with it. I do highly recommend picking it up, you guys. It was a great game to add to my collection. I'm very excited to play it and continue on replaying it, and I look forward to Mega Man 12 when they decide to come out with that, or a new Mega Man X series, which I'm hoping is going to be the next game. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to drop a like, be sure to drop a comment. If you guys have played this game, share your experience with me. I'd love to hear your guys' input on it. And yeah, be sure to check out my other videos as well. I just came out with my recent review for Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS, and be on the lookout for my next review for my next Switch game as well. And hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you guys again later soon. Bye.